I thought I would touch on everything that is in that fantastic preview pack that we have access to, that's on our home pages. It has the gorgeous little bag. We have the 3 concealers plus the Correctic Green in this packaging. We have the cutest little sponges, and we have our 2 new Artist Lips Intense lipsticks. So I'm going to have a bit of a play with them tonight. I cannot remember off the top of my head, I'm sorry, how much it is, and you might be able to look that up while I get started. So I've had a look and play with the products already, which is pretty exciting, and I do want to share them with you. It's in our new brochure, and I'm not sure if everybody has this one. This is our new brochure. We've got the new concealers, and we've got the little pack of the sponges. They're just not on the same page, of course. They're $12.90 for the tiny little sponges. So I found it interesting that in the brochure it has, when I first saw it, I thought, they're tiny, what would you use them for? However, each one is a different shape, and I'll just get them out for you. Each one is a different shape. So, which I found, oh, that's interesting. And then in the book, it tells you what they're for. So I'm sorry, I am going to read it. However, I am going to show you. So the purple one is our mini hourglass sponge, and you use the pointed end, which is the best way to show you that way, the pointed end to use like under the eyes, in the contours, and the rounded end to blend all over the face. The mini egg, which is the pink, it's the larger side. Use the larger side to sort of blend and to help like conceal with blemishes and those sorts of things. The mini orange, look how tiny they are. They're so cute, like little Easter eggs. This is, the flat edge is perfect for powder formulas. So, you know, we load our brushes and our sponges in a circular motion, and so we would use that end to use for the, you know, finer details with powders. And then the green one, it's called the mini sculpting sponge. Now you use the teardrop point for the inner corners of the eyes, like the mouth, down that line, that smile line, and everything near your nose. So they are cute. They're petite. They're portable. They're really, I think they'd be great with traveling as well. So they're a set of 4 there. Now, I think you could really use these when you're going to use your concealers. But tonight I'm sort of just going to keep them separate, and because I haven't nailed which one to which concealer, and I know like it's all well and good to be shown, but I know that we all have our own different techniques to use. So, but I do feel that, you know, grab those and have a play with them. As Annette said, we've got a wedding. My daughter's getting married next week, so I might be able to take these down and have a play with these with the girls. So with the concealers, we've got 3 new concealers, 4 if you count the Correctic Green one. Now, years ago, we had the Correctic Green in, I'm not sure if it was in a brush. That's the one I'm talking about. I haven't received mine yet. They were on back order. Yeah, it wasn't. Was it in
it? It was in a little tube, like the eye creams.
You're right, Helen. It was in a little eyedropper type thing, wasn't it? And it was a tiny little tube. Yes. Now, I remember using it because when I first put it on, I ended up a little bit like Kermit the Frog. And I remember mixing that little drop that we got out. I remember mixing that with a drop of water and to use it sparingly and a lot thinner over the surface of the face. So that's the one that I'm actually missing to show you. However, you may remember our complexion, what's it called? It's our complexion corrector palette. And in there, we've got the Correctic Green, plus we've got 4 other concealers there. So basically, I believe this palette is going. That Correctic Green there that I am going to use tonight will be the same as what will be in that pencil that's, you can purchase out of the new brochure. So you'll see that it has a light, medium and a darker concealer on the other end. I believe like these are stepping into that. So a lot of people don't realize different colors are for different areas of the face. It's perfectly fine to purchase one and have that in your makeup case if you're not too concerned about contouring and highlighting and doing all of those sorts of things. But I do quickly want to touch on all of them. And a little secret is to always start with the corrected green. Green is at the other end of the color scale. Our color wheel. So green is always the one that can hide like your rosacea. Sorry, I always say that wrong. I don't know why. Your acne scars and your pimples and all of those sorts of things. So tonight I'm just going to use a cotton tip. And I'm going to use the phone instead of using a mirror. And when I take my glasses off, girls, I can't see a thing. So you'll have to point me in the right direction if I do end up with it up my nose or somewhere like that. So I'm just going to load a bit of corrected green on the end of my brush here. Now, less is best. So with the corrected green, like it's great when we do have formal makeups and everything to do. I'll take these off and continue to do it. I don't have to. Like formal makeups and that sort of thing, because it deflects, it helps to deflect light, but it also takes off. I'd have to use my fingertip. Oh my gosh, girls, have I got way too much there? It's very hard to see. I do have a little mirror on here. Maybe I'll go for this. Oh no, that's not too bad. It's hard with this light. Nighttime is the worst time to be doing makeups, can I tell you? And I'm using my finger because it's me. But of course, if I was putting that on somebody else, I'd be using a sponge or a cotton tip. So the green is to hide any redness. And I'm always, like I have a few little broken capillaries there on my chin, and always the tip of my nose. I think that comes from being a teenager in, what were we, 80s, 90s, that we all just went out and sunbaked without sunscreen. So, and I got sunburnt a number of times. So we just pop that through the nose area. And then sometimes people will have, quite red or rosy cheeks, and that can be from the rosacea or acne scarring or all those other things that we mentioned before. And so you would just pat a little bit through those areas. Now, if you do put it on and you feel that, oh my gosh, that's just way too much, like do that dab of water and just try and thin it out, because what happens is if you have too much on and then you put your foundation on, and even though you can't see it, it may pop up in your formal photography. So it might pay for you to have a bit of a play with the corrected green before you actually go out, to the event to get, to look fabulous. So the last thing you want to see is that, not that it would come up green in the photos, but you would notice something there on the face. So look, that's just a quick touch up, what it looks like, a quick touch up there, and you can see the two spots that I've put that on. So the new concealers here. So what else could I tell you? So the corrected green says it's a camouflage for multiple skin issues. As I said, it has a 9-hour wear. It is creamy and very lightweight, and it's high pigmented. So that means that it will do its job. It'll stay in that color and do its job. And it's vegan friendly. Okay, so that's really important. A lot of people ask that these days. So we've got the 3 new colors here. We've got neutral ivy, neutral nude, and neutral sand, just because we have to have 3 neutrals to confuse us. Maybe we should just stick to ivory, nude and sand. I think that's what I will do. I'll just abbreviate those so I can remember. So the lightest one, which I think would be the ivory. When I did pop these on earlier today, I loved the matte finish on it. It wasn't it was just really flush with the skin. It sat beautifully, and yeah, it finished to not like powder, but it finished really well. So I'll put some on. We can try that. So this one, the lightest one for us, if you're not that really fair skin type, but it's to accentuate your arches and the plumps. So it's got a beautiful sponge tip. I don't know if you can see that sponge tip on there.
We can. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to pop some onto the palette of my hand. That's what you can do if you're, doing it for somebody else. If this is yours, you can certainly go straight on. And whilst I haven't used it for anyone else at this stage, I do want to use them on the weekend. So I'm going to use my cotton tip again, or the sponge. Like, we'd use that pointy end of the green sponge or the purple sponge. I think it's the purple sponge, the first one. I've got them going everywhere. They're falling everywhere. I would probably use that end of that sponge. Okay, maybe I'll give it a go. I'm so tempted by these little sponges. They're just too cute. So I am going to give them a go. So I'm just going to pop that point on there, and what is Puppy going? Pop it through the pout of my lip there. I don't know. Can you see that?
Yeah,
we
can. Yeah, we
can. It looks like I've got a milk mo, like a baby breastfeeding or something like that. You can also take the glasses off again, to accentuate and give it like a non-surgical facelift. You can pop it into the arches of your eyebrows there as well. So that gives you like a natural lift without surgery, because we can all do that without surgery. Hopefully that's coming up as well, girls. You can also sort of do like down the contouring on either side here as well. I mean, we're just doing a quick abridged version tonight, but that's the ivory. So we use it for like pouting and accentuating, and lifting. So that's what you use that lighter one for. So the next one we would go into, where's my book? Here's my book. So nude is the next one. And what you can use it for is where, even on the corrected green area that I've done, we'll pop a little bit on the, forget that I'm on my phone. So we pop a little bit there again on the hands, and we can maybe use the other side to the sponge there. And this one is to help, deflect the light. So I'm going to go back to this one, girls. So you can pop that through the nose area, over the top of the corrected green as well. So the corrected green is to, like, the redness will be the biggest issue probably when it comes to photography and that sort of thing. So we do always do the corrected green through first. So we pop that through there, a nose area. If you ever look, I mean, we've been seeing a lot of the royal family at the moment on the TV, and if you have a look sort of down their nose area, and it's not something that will stand out unless you're looking for it, but obviously their makeup is done superbly every time, flawlessly when they go out, you'll see like a straight line down their nose to highlight their nose, and you'll also see it down the side of their cheek. And it'll be interesting to see if you can all see that when you next see the royal family on the TV, especially the youngest one, like younger ones like Zara Tindall and Kate. Kate is a good one. Her makeup's always done immaculately, and you'll see that because they have all this highlighting and contouring done. So you would pop that sort of down those areas, and I would also even pop a little bit just at the bottom of that corrected green on your chin, if that's where you've done some. Okay, so that's for the next one. And for the last one, so we're up to sand. It's not back to front. So sand in our mineral makeup is one of the lighter colours. So just be aware that these are not matching like the mineral powders or anything like that. So with this one, because it's slightly darker, not that it looks slightly darker, we'll pop a bit more on the palm. You probably can see that it's a bit darker than, it's definitely darker than the others. Yeah, for sure. So this is to sort of narrow, how do you put it? It's like to make a smaller face and to flatter your face shape. So what you're going to do with this one, and I know I came on here, you know, bare skinned, but it's like when you're shaping a face, you go across your hairline, across there, then you would go underneath where you went before, either side. And then the last, I'm not sure if I've got quite enough on here. And then the last bit, sand. Sorry, it's hard when you've got a new product, just how much you need to use. But because I'm going onto my hand and then onto this sponge, which I think probably should have been wet, you go just under the jawline, okay? So that's going to shape your face. I know I probably look a bit like a jigsaw puzzle at the moment, but you would blend those through as well. So that gives you the shape of your face. Now, if you didn't want to go through all of this to do your makeup, particularly for a more formal look, you could select one of the shades and have that in your kit or your makeup, your own personal makeup case, and you can use that one to do the whole trick. Just remember, you know, more formal look, you're going to need to use a couple of different ones. And I mean, I loved this palette when it, you know, was available all the time because it had that on there, but I think a lot of people found it confusing to use. So I think this does simplify it for you. But if you are feeling a bit adventurous, you can use all of those there for your skin as well. So now what can I tell you about these? So they are weightless. They do have the shea butter in them, and if you remember, I'm a big one to talk about shea butter because it's an anti-inflammatory for the skin. This is also vegan friendly, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to quickly pop our mineral powder on there. Now I am toffee in this range just for tonight's purpose, so that you can see. I probably haven't blended the best because I can't see and it's night time. So we just pop this on. The mineral powder is just beautiful. And that should just all cover in really well over the top of what we've done. The sponges, I love using a sponge, but a lot of people like to use a kabuki brush, or even our professional brush set is magnificent. So how's that going on, girls? All right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's come on well. So can you see how like it has covered all of those areas that I've popped those things on? And like I said, nighttime's probably the worst to be doing a makeup, but I'll look good for when John comes home for tea, when he finally gets here. So we'll pop that on. So look, it is, you know, contouring and highlighting and all of those things. It feels like it's a very in-depth. And I remember when I first was learning about all these things that it seemed quite overwhelming. But I can tell you, when you sit down and just really read the instructions that they have with it and where to put it, you can really flick through this process quite quickly to get a really great look. Because I mean, I love to wear makeup, not that I do get to wear makeup all the time, and particularly, you know, when you duck down the shops and you haven't bothered, it's like a school reunion. You run into just about everybody you know, and then the days you do make a big effort, you probably don't see too many people at all. However, don't be overwhelmed by it. Grab the product, have a play with it, have a feel with it. Like I said, it doesn't, sometimes a concealer can be really chalky and can leave lines and all of those sorts of things, whereas this is a really matte, soft and subtle finish that it's leaving onto the skin. And whilst I haven't used it very much, like I said, I only played with it a little bit earlier today, I do really like the cream texture of it, that's for sure. So those ones, including the concealer, the Corrected Green, are in that preview pack with the bag. And then we have the two new Artist Intense lipsticks. Now, I'm not sure if I think these are like an unsung hero in our collection. We have 6 other colors as well. I'm not holding the brochure very well. 6 other colors as well in the brochure. And I love these better than the silk cream. However, they do finish quite, I don't know if dry is the right word, but they are a lot drier than the lipsticks that we have. Excuse me. They do, they're highly pigmented, so that color stays on. They're matte as well. So when you put them on, they're going to stay there. And that's what I really do love about these ones. What else can I tell you about these? I remember when they first came out, I put it on and went out and then came home, and I didn't eat them off. I didn't have dinner or a drink or anything while I was out. Can't remember what I was doing. However, it was still very much on there when I came home, and I thought, I'm just going to leave this on overnight. I know you're not supposed to leave your makeup on, but it was like I'd had a lip pencil on all night from when I woke up. So that's how long the color stays. And if you do have customers or clients who struggle to keep a lipstick on, these are certainly a good one to go to. You can use a lip pencil with them if you wish, or you can apply them directly to the skin. That's no problem. So we have the Warm Spice is a new color there. And now the best place to try all your lipsticks or lip glosses or anything like that is on this part of the finger. So the acidity there is the same as the acidity on your lips. So, you know, you don't have to try, like I always tell people to try it on that part of the finger. If you like it there, then pop it onto your lips. Otherwise, if you put it on and then don't like it and then put another one on, you're not getting the true color. So that is the Warm Spice. That's quite nice. I like that one. I like the reds and that sort of thing. I do like this one too. This is called Velvet Cocoa. And I always like a good brown. Let's see if it comes out brown. It's coming out really lovely. Look at that. That's really nice. So it's like you go to peach shades. And I think the other one is like, I think they're both very autumn colors. I think that they are lovely. What else can I say? Yeah, when you use a lip pencil, they don't feather, but we can use them on their own. I'm actually going to keep these for myself, so I'm going to apply them straight on. Or you can use like our beautiful brushes in the brush collection, or you can go to your cotton tip and load them onto there as well. That's always a good way to go. So tonight I'm going to put the Winter Cocoa. What did I say? What's it called? Oh, I got myself confused. Velvet Cocoa. And I'll pop this on. Annette, how much was this set that was in the preview set?
Okay, so it's 130 less the 20%, Christy. So the code of that is 156997, and so there'd be at least $26 off that. So you'd probably get the whole lot for around 100 as a consultant.
That's fantastic. Yeah. Oh, these are so beautiful. Can you see my lip?
Yeah.
I love, like, they go on and they're really moist when they go on, and it does dry off a little bit, but they're just perfect. They're so beautiful and they just sit so well. And I find it doesn't move much at all. I try and enhance that Cupid arrow that's in the top there. And you can do that a bit more with a pencil as well. So that's the Velvet Cocoa, just beautiful. And I really think, especially for winter, our lips are a little bit drier as well. So to have something that's a bit more steadfast is really great to have in your makeup case. The other colors that are in there are Coral Quartz, Sienna, Dusty Rose, True Red. I love True Red. It really is a red if you want a red. Wineberry. Wineberry is probably the most popular one that I sell, and it's probably the one that fits in with your frosted grape, velvet. What was the other really popular one we had? Marshmallow, I think. Wineberry fits in there, and Tea Rose is just gorgeous as well. So you will not be disappointed with those at all. They're on for $24.90. They're normally $41. However, they work out cheaper again when you put them in that preview pack that Annette just gave you the code for.
Pack, yeah.
the launch pack's only available till the end of the month, and then you go back to your brochure price to be able to purchase all these things. So the preview packs are always great value for us, and they're a great way of getting products into our hands to show our customers and clients. And I know a lot of my clients love to have a look at the color lipsticks, and that simple trick of just putting it onto your hand, well, it makes you sound like you know what you're doing, but I have always found that really works. What color it is there is what color it looks like on your lips. So that is just so nice and soft. And so I think that was everything that was in that pack. I know that's sort of a bit of a speed date, but hopefully it's given you a little bit of information and tempted you to go and try these few things out for yourself.